Alright, now let's look at the submitted assignment from the teacher point of view and what this looks like to grade. So as the teacher, when I click on the practice assignment, it takes me to a grading summary. And I can see how many participants are in the class. That's how many people are enrolled in the class, and then how many have submitted an assignment. And then also how many of those need grading. I can see the due date and how much time remains. Now if I hit view grade submissions, I'll get a list of basically all the participants in the class, and you can see right here, right now it's showing all participants in the class. I can change that, so I'm going to change that and just look at second period, just to give us a little bit shorter list to look through. And right now there's a setting down at the bottom that's called quick grade, which I'll show you in a minute, and that is checked, and I know that because I can actually enter grades right here. So if this were like a completion grade or something, you could actually go enter in this place. Now I'm also going to be able to scroll over, and not only do I see that it's submitted for grading in the green, but I can also see the date and time that each thing was submitted. And here are the files that were submitted from the student. And I can click to open one of those files, and it will download that file to my computer. And I can upload it, look at it. Okay, that looks great. And then I can go back and give a grade on that assignment if I want to. And it will tell me then when that assignment was graded. And I can put a feedback comment in here as well. So that is activated on the quick grade screen too. Now that feedback option is optional, so you don't have to give feedback if you do not want to, and then the final grade is over here on the right. So I can grade right from that view. Or I can open an individual student. So for example, I could open Joyce here, and I could look at one student at a time, and it will tell me their status. This is graded. This also says the student can edit the submission because the due date hasn't passed yet. I can see the online text that she typed in, I can see her document, I can give the grade, and then I can give the feedback. And if I grade in this manner, I have this option at the bottom. I can just save it, or I can save and show next, which just takes me to the next submission in line. So like for example, this is Max's submission. It's submitted for grading, it's not graded, so I can add a grade here, and then I can type a comment, and I can save and show next and jump right to the next person. Okay, so that's another way to grade. Now a couple options that you have available here on this page at the top under grading action. You can download all the submissions at once. If second period is selected right now, like it is, and I click download all submissions, it will only download second period. And what it's going to do is it's going to create a zip file that I can open and look at all of second period's work in one place. Okay? If I had the entire class open, all participants, and I did that, it would download everybody. So those are some faster ways to get access to all of those files and download them a little bit more quickly. Also, at the bottom, let's talk about this box right here. I can lock a submission. Now my due date for this assignment hasn't passed yet, but I've already had people turn it in, and I've already graded some of them. So if I want to lock that, I can select certain people here, and I can say lock submissions, go, and that means they can't do anything with their submission anymore. Okay? I could also unlock submissions after they're locked, or I can grant an extension. And grant an extension is nice because this means that if I have a student that has to turn their stuff in late, they have an extenuating circumstance for some reason, I don't have to open the deadline for the entire class. I don't have to open that up so that I have students submitting willy-nilly after the deadline. I can grant an extension to just 1 or 2 people. And that's really nice, and I can actually set the date then that those submissions would be cut off with the extension. I can view multiple assignments per page, different numbers. If you want to see everybody at once, you want to see 100 at a time, you can do that. And I can also filter these this view not just by my groups that I have set up in my classes, but I can also just look at the people that have submitted, or I could just look at the people that require grading. Okay, and I just need to look at that one, and I can save that. Okay, so that's what it looks like as the teacher when you go in. Now I jumped real quickly to the student view, and now I'm back at Max's view, and I have already graded his assignment. So now as the student, when I go back to practice assignment, this is what I see. I see that it has been submitted for grading, and now it is graded. I can still see the due date and the time remaining, and I can edit my submission because I hadn't locked his, so this still says edit. And if I scroll down, I get the feedback. So here's the grade, here's the date and time that it was graded, here's who graded it, and then the comments that I typed in for him. So he can see all of that right in Moodle, right on that assignment. Now this does not hook up to our eSchool, so it will not import the grades there. This is simply equivalent to marking the grade on the paper and any comments that you would write on the paper itself and handing it back to the student. That's what this takes the place of. Alright, so good luck with your assignments, and the next video is going to show you how to actually set up an assignment from scratch.